So now we are going to ask all of you guys to go to your social medias tonight, Twitter, Instagram, whatever it may be, and use the hashtag what's good and do something good in the world, make somebody smile. And also use the hashtag DStrong, who's a kid battling cancer. And so yeah, use what's good and DStrong.
So without further ado, we thank everyone who's made this event an awesome time, and we would like to welcome the founder of Unite for Good, one of our good friends, the man who started all of this greatness, Anthony Melikoff.
With you guys, I finally feel I belong here. Next time you go for a bus tour, take me with you. Well, in truth, Kenny and Sam, I truly inspired with all great work that those guys done in social good. And I really would like to thank all of you for coming and being here because it's so great. This is the third year of this wonderful event, Unite for Humanity. And Unite for Humanity, Unite for Good was born with this very simple but very profound idea. An idea was to really live in society which is positive, which is giving. Remember this song that John Lennon wrote, Imagine that you live in the society where everybody loves each other, everybody is compassionate to each other, everybody helps each other. Didn't we stop at some point and thought about it? When I was doing business years ago, I probably could buy anything that money can afford to buy, but I was not happy. And then I learned what to be happy. What does it mean to be happy? I learned that when you give something to somebody, when you give everything to somebody, it makes you happy. And I'm not regretting that I made money because now I can use whatever I created over years to give it back. And that makes me happy. Thank you. We live in incredible society, incredible time when technology actually can link everyone together, can bring everybody together, and it's so great. And at some point in our life, 3 years ago, when we came up with this idea of Unite for Humanity, together with Variety, we also created Unite for Good movement, social movement, and we decided to use technology to connect, to bring together individuals, businesses, foundations, media, influencers, for very simple act of giving back, of helping, of creating this positive society. And really, there is no excuse not to be with us. And I really would like to ask every one of you to join us and do good. Be part of unite4good.com, part of this movement, social movement, which is growing now, which is taking hold. And young people who are coming to rule this world, they deserve it. They deserve much better life that we live now. They deserve life where they can feel good, they can do something for somebody and be happy. And I really would like to have you to be part of this movement. Also, this evening, beneficiary is our foundation called Do More for Good. It's an incredible foundation which does so many good things in schools and high schools, helping kids. We'll hear about it later on tonight. And again, thank you so much for being here, and please enjoy this evening. Thank you.
Hello. I was just talking to my friend backstage, and he was telling me that there's very little that I could be faulted for hosting a charity event, because there's very little you could blame me for. There's very little that could go wrong for me. And I said, you're wrong, because I came off stage, and as soon as I was done, someone said, I'm so sorry you did so poorly. Lauren Miller knows firsthand the helplessness and heartbreak of being a part of a family affected by Alzheimer's, losing both her grandmother and grandfather of the disease, as well as her mother being diagnosed. And when her husband Seth came into the picture, he became her partner in crime in the crusade to illuminate the struggles and help subsidize care and support and awareness, as well as fund groundbreaking research for Alzheimer's and dementia. In other words, they're typical celebrity types. I am so honored that Sarah Silverman came down with a fake flu so that I get to give this speech to them. And that I get to be a part of presenting these two exceptional people with this Unite Together award. Let's take a look at the great work Seth and Lauren have done with Hilarity for Charity.
I don't know if you know who I am at all. You told me you never saw Knocked Up, Chairman, so it's a little insulting.
No, you're not watching an episode of Saturday Night Live. You're watching Seth Rogen testify before Congress about Alzheimer's disease, the only leading cause of death in America that cannot be prevented, for which there is no cure, for which there is no way even to slow its progression.
That's right. The situation is so dire that it caused me, a lazy, self-involved, generally self-medicated man-child, to start an entire charity organization.
I'm proud of you, man.
Thank you, Dave.
I didn't know you were the charitable type.
I'm not normally, so yeah.
You really aren't.
No,
You
not
can
at
be
all.
a prick.
I can.
Sometimes.
Hilarity for Charity is a movement started by Seth and his wife Lauren, dedicated to raising awareness amongst millennials of Alzheimer's disease and creating the next generation of Alzheimer's advocates. For Seth and Lauren, it seemed like the perfect excuse to party with the Backstreet Boys. Throwing a bar mitzvah for 37-year-old James Franco? Even better.
We thought it could be cool to try to put on a charity event that got people's minds really excited and engaged.
Seth and Lauren believed that laughs could be lucrative, and they were right. 4 years after first enlisting friends from the worlds of comedy, music, and Hollywood for their annual Hilarity for Charity benefit, Seth and Lauren have raised more than $5 million.
And because of that, we've been able to do some pretty amazing things.
In addition to funding Alzheimer's research, Hilarity for Charity puts an emphasis on the families who sacrifice so much in the care of their loved ones, so far giving away more than 24,000 hours of free home care for those who couldn't otherwise afford it.
These hours are truly a gift for those struggling with the simple choice of caring for their loved one at home.
If Lauren and her husband speak about the cause as if it's particularly personal to them, that's because it is. After losing 2 of her grandparents to the disease when she was younger, Lauren and her family learned 9 years ago that her mother was suffering from early onset Alzheimer's at the age of just 55.
After forgetting who she and her loved ones were, my mother-in-law, a teacher for 35 years, then forgot how to speak, feed herself, dress herself, and go to the bathroom herself, all by the age of 60.
I didn't realize at all that it could affect people so young. I thought generally it was reserved for like grandparents and great-grandparents. And I honestly had no idea there was nothing that could be done about it. I think that was the most shocking.
Instead of being disappointed that young people were so misinformed about the reality of the disease, we've started to educate them.
Hilarity for Charity recently launched a Google Hangout support group for caregivers under 40. And as of 2014, HFCU is officially in session, encouraging college groups to throw local Hilarity for Charity events of their own. To date, students have raised another $200,000 for the cause, a cause that Seth and Lauren hope one day will be obsolete.
I dream of a day when my charity is no longer necessary and I can go back to being the lazy, self-involved man-child I was meant to be.